Hello YouTube, I'm doing a video on how to beat Evilswarm Ophion. So basically, this format was run by Dragon Rulers, Prophecies, and somewhat Evilswarms because of Ophion. And Ophion basically kills a lot of decks. So making this format pretty much a pretty terrible format. So this format is going to come to an end by September 1st, or if the ban list is leaked early. So I think it might be by the 20th, it might come out early. So basically, this card right here has been a real problem in this format. It's made a lot of decks not playable. You know, like Fire Kings and Mermails. You know, they have a hard time about this card, Gem Knights. So we're gonna find a way to beat it. And basically, Konami released some cards to basically help you get around this card. I have 3 of them. And all 3 of these cards were released in the light of the Judgment of Light. So I have 3 of them. So this is the first one, Flying Sea. Basically, this card prevents them from XYZ summoning Ophion as long as this card is on the field, on their side of the field. They will not be able to, as long as this card is on their side of the field, they won't be able to XC summon for Ophion, period. So they'll summon, if they summon Caster, they won't be able to, they can summon another card, but they won't be able to XYZ with it. So the only way they can get around this card when it's on their side of the field is probably Dark Hole or something like a tribute summon, something to destroy the card. That's the only way they can get around this card so they can XYZ. But this card prevents them from bringing the Ophion on the field. So it's a really good card. The second card is the one and only card from XYZ Encore. This card is really good. A lot of people are kind of talking bad about it, but I think it's really good. It's brilliant. It's basically just a card that's designed to beat Ophion. So basically, it gets rid of the present Ophion the opponent has on their they have, and then sends it to the extra deck. But it brings those same monsters that you use to XYZ to summon this card to the field. So if it's Caster and maybe another Caster, you summon both Casters back on the field, and then the Casters will become level 3s. So the thing is that they won't be able to XYZ the same Ophion again. So because the monsters will be level 3. And then the thing is, you would have to use this card on your turn, so you can be able to get rid of the Ophion, so you can start making your plays. So you do this on your turn, you get rid of the Ophion, then you start playing around. You do what you gotta do. You summon all your special summons, your high level special summons, and synchro summoning. And then the last effect about this card that makes this card really what makes this card so good, is that this card is pretty much a spell speed 4. So they won't be able to chain this card right here, Infestation Pandemic, to this card here, because it already says at the end that cards and effects cannot be activated in response to this card's activation. So no Infestation Pandemic can work against XYZ Encore. So this card's pretty good. And the last card we have is this card. So basically, if you have they already have an Ophion on the field, and if the Ophion's already on the field, this card becomes useless. You can't use it because Ophion's is already on the field. So what's the point? So your only other outs to it, that would be these 2 cards, XYZ Encore and the Calibrator. So basically what the calibrator does is it's gonna easily run over the Ophion, basically, because he gains 1200 to the Ophion, because Ophion is a rank 4 XYZ monster. So it'll make this card 2700 attack points. So that's easily can beat this guy who has 2550. So he has 15 plus 1200, 2700. So if the opponent has more than one XYZ, he'll gain more of those. He'll gain more attack points. So because it gains attack equal to the combined ranks of all face-up XYZ monsters your opponent controls. So he just continues to get stronger. So this card is an easy way to beat Ophion. And this card came in that last booster pack, Judgment of Light. All three of those cards I just mentioned. So, you know, this card can even beat Dracosack if it didn't have any tokens. And it can get rid of, you know, number 11, Big Eye. He'll just gain 30, he'll have 3600 attack points. Because he gains 2100. So this card is a pretty good card. So all three of these cards are made to beat that Ophion. Basically, Konami gave it to us as a gift. Psych. So basically, once you get rid of that Ophion, you can play your Fire Kings, you know, Garunix and all those plays. You can't do anything when this guy's on the field. You can't even synchro summon. You can't even play Karakuris. You can't play your Fire Fists to play those level 3 Axis versions of the Fire Fist. Your Lavels and all that. Gem Knights who summon, you know, fusion summon, and all those synchro eccentric decks can't do anything when this guy's on the field. So you need those kind of cards in your side deck. If you're dueling against an Evilswarm player, you need those guys to get rid of. You need those guys to get these cards in your side deck to get rid of that card so you can play. So basically, that's what this video is about: how to beat Ophion. Those are the 3 good cards that can easily beat him. All right.